Good morning, everyone. In this video I want to share with you some of the latest developments on two big social media platforms that are huge if you want to gain exposure. This is stuff that I'm always really excited about, and I'm usually pretty far in advance on. It's just one of those habits, good or bad. Sometimes it can be a lot of hype, but sometimes it actually is legit. And this time I believe it is a huge opportunity that the likes of the other social media experts out on the web have yet to even understand, comprehend, or notice yet. So I'm going to start with the biggest opportunity right now, which is what they're doing with hashtags and geolocations on Instagram stories. So if you're not familiar with Instagram stories, your quick recap, it is pretty much Snapchat stories, and Instagram stole that feature, and now your profile on Instagram can do the same thing. What is unique here, and this is really where Instagram shined in the first place, and the integration is just incredible, they have now allowed Instagram stories, which last for 24 hours, to be hashtagable as well as geotaggable, which means two big things, and this is huge. They will stick for more than 24 hours on any geolocation that you search on Instagram. I don't know why I keep using the word geolocation. It's just a location. Or any hashtag. And this is actually more customizable than you would think. So what I mean by this is that you can actually choose your location. It's not like set in stone for you when you put in Instagram story. It's legitimately set there where you can, there's even a drop down where you can select your location. So you have more leg room, and you also have more hashtag variation. So why is this a huge opportunity for you to get exposure? Well, first off, no one knows about this. Second off, if you're interested in getting more followers, more exposure, more views, more eyeballs and attention, it is huge because people are too lazy to begin with to do this on a daily basis. And then the second part is because I can tell very few people know about this. There are some big hashtags out there. I've checked them, and there will be the most stupid Instagram stories that are flowing to the top, like people sitting, like the hashtag CrossFit on Instagram. That's a pretty darn popular hashtag. Like millions of posts flow through there, and I checked the Instagram stories for that, and they're just legitimately horrible. It's just like people at a CrossFit gym with nothing better to do than to snap themselves. And it rises to the top because Instagram wants to promote this, and no one really knows about this feature yet. I believe it was just added a couple days ago because I've been working the location feature, and I haven't been seeing it pop up until recently. So maybe it was always there and people didn't realize it, or it was just released and now they're starting to use it. So that's huge. Like what I can see all these infinite applications of this where almost any business, small business, large business, person can really grow their brand using this. Let's say you are a CrossFit gym, a local mom and pop franchisee. No one else is doing this because they really don't know anything about social media. You start posting Instagram stories every single day where you're showcasing your athletes training really hard, and then you post it, and you put the location, and you also put hashtag CrossFit and then your state, and then you put all these other variations of CrossFit and all these different things with a geolocated modifier at the end, so that you're actually getting people who are interested and also in your area. And you also throw in the location filter so that people in your area, even if you don't know if they're into CrossFit or not, or athletics, see it, because no one else is really leveraging this right now. Guess what's going to happen over time? You're going to get free, cheap exposure, which most people would have had to pay $1 a click for, or $5 or $10 a click for. and you're getting this for free, and you're rising up on the ranks on all these hashtags. And heck, if you, as of right now, you could probably do that for a large hashtag like hashtag Reebok, hashtag Nike, hashtag Under Armour, hashtag CrossFit, because no one else is doing it, and you're getting that national brand recognition. It's probably not going to do you much good in the long run or short term because of in terms of actual direct sales. But I mean, at the same time, you're getting national exposure for your brand. That's still worth something, right? So keep that in mind. And of course, there's so many applications you can use this for whatever industry you're in: photography, videography, gaming, and so forth. And people are too lazy or don't know what they're doing to really leverage this. I am leveraging it myself in the personal development sphere. It kind of sucks that I don't have a local business, because I would be leveraging the heck out of it. And I'm really excited about this. I think that there's been a lot of hype with other platforms and stuff like Meerkat and Periscope, and those were just all hype. Everyone hyped them up, and nothing ever happened. This one I think is much more legitimate because these are actual locations. People in your actual local area are seeing these. I've been throwing these up, and I have like no followers on my Instagram. You can find a link in my description if you want to check out my Instagram. And I've been slowly and gradually growing from 0 Instagram viewers to now about, I would say, 50-ish watch my initial story, and then by the last story of the day, there's around 10 people who still watch. And to me, those are pretty decent numbers. Like, they're not millions or thousands, but for the work I've been putting in and to see actual legitimate people, 50 or 10, that's a large amount of people, a whole room filled with people watching my stuff from close to nothing. And that's because I've been kind of working and testing this process on a daily basis. I think it really will work the best for anyone who is legitimately interested and really has fun doing this, because then it's not work. DJ Khaled's a great example. He can't help but to put on Snapchat stories. He hasn't really transitioned to Instagram stories yet. So that's actually just the first one. The second one would be the LinkedIn feed. This is more for professionals, contractors, individuals who really just want to grow their LinkedIn following. LinkedIn is huge, but for certain professional crowds, B2B crowds, and so forth. Essentially, what I've been noticing in the last month or so is that LinkedIn has opened up their post feed so that now you can post long form content. It's not super long form, but it's about 5,000 characters in length, which is longer. And they have a recent lack in supply of posts. And a lot of these top influencers are picking up on this. Neil Patel, I think Gary Vaynerchuk's starting to pick up on this as well. Neil definitely picked up on this, as well as Eric Sue, another huge influencer. He runs a podcast, Growth Everywhere. And they mention it in their new podcast, Marketing School. They've both been testing this out. I've noticed it before them slightly, but they really ironed it out and focused on it. And I've been noticing a lot of other big people, none that you guys would recognize because they're in niche spheres, but they've been noticing this too. They've mentioned it, and they've been posting daily on there, because essentially you can shoot out like a crappy post on LinkedIn. And thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button below for free value bombs like the video you just watched whenever I upload new videos. And of course, the real conversation happens on my website, willyoulaugh.com. You can go there and leave a comment, and there's a higher chance that I will read it and respond on there. And make sure, if you're a helpful and ambitious person, to take the extra step and join my email newsletter on my site, willyoulaugh.com. That's where you will get into my VIP list, where you get some of my best discoveries, best content emailed straight to you, including updates, giveaways, and value bombs that I release nowhere else. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.